The Sims team over at Electronic Arts is celebrating the 25th anniversary of the Sims franchise. And wow, they're feeling generous, because they're rewarding players with not 1, not 2, not 3, but 7 new kits for The Sims 4. And don't even get me started on that live stream, cause it was disturbing.
25 years of The Sims, what a journey.
They kicked things off with a bunch of EA employees from around the world counting.
You are really dumb.
Oh, apparently they're not EA employees, they're Simmers in the EA Creator Network, which is basically the same thing, except they work on commission and they don't get health insurance.
Bruh.
This was supposed to be a celebration of the 25th anniversary of the entire Sims franchise, but as with pretty much everything EA does, in the end, all we were left with was disappointment and empty wallets. There was a ton of hype surrounding this announcement, and a lot of people were speculating that EA was going to announce the re-release of some of the older Sims games. Why did people think this? There's a few reasons. First of all, there's this guy on Twitter who was hinting that some Sims 1, 2, and 3 news was coming. I'm talking about Simmatically on Twitter, and the tea is that he is friends with someone who works at EA. Is it a janitor? It could be a lunch lady. Nobody knows. But this time, I think his source maybe got their info wrong, because there was nothing about The Sims 1, 2, or 3 in this 25th anniversary announcement. I saw a few people saying that in the coming months they might announce a re-release of The Sims 1 or 2, but my question is, why is that such a big deal? A re-release is not the same as a remaster or a remake. So if they re-release The Sims 2, for example, that just means EA is selling The Sims 2 again. A game that, if you didn't know, you can already get for free quite easily. But the second reason people thought there would be some retro Sims news was because just 24 hours before this special anniversary live stream, EA released a Sims 3 patch. So what was in that patch? Bug fixes, quality of life updates? No, baby. The patch literally just makes the game playable on new computers. And I'm pretty sure being playable is the bare minimum if you're gonna sell a game. So is making a game playable worth celebrating? I guess if your standards are in the gutter. Now I will say, if there's an actual true remaster of The Sims 1 or 2 that comes out, again, a remaster means visual and performance improvements, that would get me excited. But if it's just a re-release, I don't get what's so special, sorry. Truthfully, this video should have been called Celebrating 10 years of The Sims, because it had nothing to do with the first 15 years of The Sims and everything to do with the last 10 years, aka The Sims 4. In the video, they announced 3 new kits.
The Sims 4 is releasing 3 kits on January 16th.
Well, yeah.
And then 4 more kits, which are collabs with custom content creators. This is all part of EA's latest attempt to monetize custom content creations.
There are so many out there whose content I'd love added in, so if you're a creator and interested, make sure to join the Sims Creator Program.
So 7 new kits total, and the year literally just started. In my last video about The Sims Sparked, the reality TV competition show, a few people were upset in the comments because I said a lot of Sims players are like children. Apparently EA agrees with me, because the way they made me feel like I am a preschooler when I watch these Sims videos.
Kids.
You cannot convince me, babes, that The Sims 4 is not rated T for toddler, okay? So what else is new? They also somehow made the main menu for The Sims 4 look even worse.
Brother, what's that?
Why does my sim look like she's in outer galactic space?
And they also updated The Sims 4, which apparently broke a lot of people's games, causing it to snow and rain indoors, among other issues. Another update that needs an update to fix the update. That is the most Sims 4 thing ever. Now, I want to say, based on the amount of hype there was prior to this announcement, it sort of seems like a lot of people still have hope for the future of The Sims. And while I do appreciate that kind of optimism in the face of disappointment after disappointment, in my eyes, all the future holds for The Sims franchise is a continuation of what we've seen over the last 10 years. EA will continue milking The Sims 4 to death and delivering mediocre content so long as the players keep buying it. And something tells me they will. But let's circle back to those kids, shall we?
That was a lot of exciting news.
At one point in the video, they brought a handful of EA creators on stage with this hamburger. Is this hamburger in the EA Creator Network? I'm gonna assume yes. I don't know who half these people are, but these EA creators are here to celebrate the glorious announcement of the 85th, 86th, 87th, 88th, 89th, 90th, and 91st paid DLC for The Sims 4. That's right, in 7 minutes, The Sims 4 went from having 84 DLC to 91. Can I be so real with you right now? This is fucking embarrassing, bro. Imagine celebrating 91 paid DLC for a video game. Furthermore, imagine wanting to put your name on the 91st DLC. Imagine choosing to contribute to the predatory and egregious monetization of a product by $1 billion company. That's very girl boss. Look, I know the way this game is monetized is very normalized and accepted in the Sims community, but reality is calling, and I'm here to tell you that 91 DLC for a single game is crazy. Some of you might not be aware of this, but The Sims 4 is literally a joke. Like in most gaming communities, The Sims 4 is a laughingstock because everyone else sees that EA is ripping off their loyal player base, but The Sims 4 players are just sitting there, eyes glazed over with a Kool-Aid mustache. Literally, the only cool thing about The Sims 4 is wicked whims, period. And to be honest, Skyrim is way better because they have giants. There, I said it. In all seriousness, 91 DLC is unacceptable. And dear God, do not come at me with that toxic positivity. You don't have to buy it nonsense. Bitch, that's not the point. It doesn't make the practice itself less predatory just because consumers have a choice. As someone great once said, exploitation can still exist in the presence of choice. Consumer exploitation can still exist in the presence of choice. That was actually me who said that.
But you could never, honey, never.
And also, can I just say, I used to play this game and I, like so many people, fell into this trap of thinking, maybe if I get the next pack, my game will be better. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. And what I'm about to say is gonna upset some people. I really don't care. I want to know what goes on in Lil Simsy's head when she decides to put her name on the 91st DLC for a game.
And the last one, well, that one was made in collaboration with me.
Because she's a smart lady, she's well aware that this game's monetization model is predatory and unsustainable.
Now, The Sims 4 is already ridiculously expensive. When you add it all up, it costs like $600+ for all of the packs. And now they're adding more paid DLC. Really worried about how fast it's gonna add up. Like $15 today, another $5 in a few weeks, or whenever the next one comes out. Like, it just...
That video's from 3 years ago. The price of all the DLC has doubled since then. And just to be clear, it's not Lil Simsy's job to work with EA on DLC. It's not even her job to be in the EA Creator Network. Shocking, I know. But you can be a gaming YouTuber and not be in cahoots with giant game companies. It's something she chooses to do. My point is, the longer The Sims 4 continues, the more the Sims franchise as a whole dies. Because EA will not move on if people are still buying The Sims 4, EA will not innovate and create a Sims 5 if The Sims 4 is still making them money. That's where I believe these influencers should be held accountable to an extent. They're not the ones driving the car, but they're putting gas in it. I know a lot of people watching understand and they get what I'm saying, but at the same time, if you don't understand, if it's not resonating with you, that's okay.
If people are not at an intellectual level to receive it, not understand why it may not be for them.
And I'm saying this as a fan who doesn't want to see the Sims franchise die. But when I see influencers like Lil Simsy continuing to work with EA, we need to understand that by doing this, they're extending the lifespan of The Sims 4, which is ultimately leading to the demise of this beloved franchise. Anyway, I'm done talking. This video was longer than the 25th anniversary special. Wow, all that edging only for the video to last a mere 7 minutes.
I think that was it.
Yeah.